What's going on, everybody? Had this come across my desk this week and was sent these little flight scope holders. So let's check them out. Let's talk about them. Are they worth it? And is something that maybe you would be interested in checking out? Hey everybody, Scott Oden coming at you. We're going to go over these little Mevo Plus holders that were sent to me. They are awesome. We'll talk more about them here in a second. So we'll get into that, but before we do that, make sure if you're looking for ways to improve with your Mevo Plus or you're looking for help with your game, make sure you head over to scottoldengolf.com. You can join our practice club with some drill ideas, or you can look into online coaching, which we have available there as well. So with that, what happened this week? I got a message from a gentleman named Tony, and Tony is the creator of a holder that goes for your Mevo Plus. And so he contacted me and he said, hey, would you be interested in trying these out? I'd love to hear your opinion on the device. And so I was glad to do it. Full disclosure, he did send me these two for free that I would take a look at them and give him an honest opinion of what I thought about them. So that's going to be this. And I've been looking for some sort of holder for a while now. There's been nothing that's super available because that's reasonably priced, if you ask me. So I've kind of held off on it. And the reason I've wanted one of these was not necessarily for protection, although now that I'm spraying my fabric softener, this acts as a little windshield from that, so that's nice. But mainly, I've been looking for a way to lock the unit in. My unit sits behind, I have a lot of traffic, and I just want it to know that it's straight ahead and that it's lined up when I'm going. I don't have to keep messing with that, and if somebody bumps it, things like that, it gets off. So this holder came across, and that would be what I was looking for from this in a unit, in one of these things. And so I know some of you would be looking for it for protection if the ball came back and going from there. So let's talk a little bit about that. So first, what is it? Well, we've got basically a little tray here, okay, that he's made, and it's made out of plastic. All right, so that's part of why it's a little bit cheaper than some of the other options I've seen that are metal, but it's a really well-made plastic. It's not going to break easily. It could possibly break, but I think you'd have to absolutely go to town on it to do that. But it has this tray on it, and then it actually is really well designed where it has these little notches in here, and then it's got a room here where this is actually where the Mevo sits, and then the legs kick back into these notches. And so it sits in there, and it actually fits quite snug. So that thing is going to be locked in there. Now, it's not like it's hard to move. I can easily move from one notch to the other, but what I can do is actually find out what notches give me my correct tilts for my different softwares. When you're in Flight Scope Golf, you have to be at 18 degrees. When you're in the E6, you got to be at 12. When you're in Awesome Golf, you got to be back up to 18 or somewhere above 15. So you got to get those right. And so what I can do is actually mark those. And so when I first saw it, I was like, well, why are there so many notches? Then I remember, you have a bunch of different people, a bunch of different settings that you would need to look at. So really, really good job with that. And so I was very happy. The unit, once it's in, unless you really bump it, it's not going anywhere. And again, it's easy to move it. It's not like it's locked in, but it is very securely going to sit in that same position. That for me was really, really important. Now, the other thing that you have here is the glass. Now, I was worried a little bit about the glass interfering, but I've seen like TrackMan, you can buy the little glass cubes or whatever they are, fiberglass cubes that you can put around it. So then, you start realizing, okay, that's probably not going to be an issue. You can see in our latest Sunday round, I did have this on the unit, or the unit on this in the round, so you can see how it played with it. But no problems there. And if you're worried about the bounce back, the way that this is set in and how secure this is in very tight. Now, when you assemble it, it's going to take a little bit of work to get it in, but that's because it's going to be in and it's not going anywhere. I could hit this fairly hard and I'd probably actually break the glass before I actually pop this thing out. So that's how much force you would be talking about. And it's not glass, it's actually just a fiberglass plastic type thing. So it's very secure in that too. And then the final thing I was looking for as we're going through this is, can I secure this to the ground? And so you can see it's got these little holes on it. What I did was I actually screwed mine to the ground. Mine sits on top of a plywood board. So I actually screwed this into the board. So now it is locked in, it's in its position. Once I had it aligned, now I know it's not going anywhere. And that board is also secured, so I know the board's not going anywhere. But the other thing that these holes are for is you're actually gonna get, and I know this is a problem for a lot of people, is you actually get these little screws and these feet that come with it. And so these can be used as leveling screws. So if you have an issue where your unit sits below your mat or you're just not quite level, you can actually throw these on and get the unit and start messing with it and get the unit level. This is actually kind of like the flight scope cage, or sorry, not the flight scope cage, the Skytrack cage that you would get, the metal one where it had the leveling legs. I actually don't need these inside, but what I see these being very useful for is outside for me. Taking this outside and being able to get my unit level on the ground and being able to get it where it's not tilting on the grass, I think this is going to be huge for that. For me, personally, that's going to be more the value of these little pieces than actually indoors because my simulator is already level. I've made sure of that. But if you're somebody indoors with that situation, this is a great option for that too. So a really, really nice job from Tony. Again, he wanted me to give him an honest opinion. I think he did an excellent job. I don't know how things like these are made. I know they're made with, some sort of 3D printing, things like that. That is completely a world outside of my realm. So to me, making something like this so easily is incredible. And I think a really well job. Even like just the little bit of pattern. I don't even know if that's like on purpose, but there's like little pattern here. I think that stuff's so cool. So if you're looking for an option of, hey, what you're looking for, I'm gonna leave Tony's contact info down below. I'll leave the price down below, all that. And you can contact him and see about getting one of these. And my favorite thing is he sent me two because I have 2 units, and he gave me some Masters Green, Masters Edition there. So we'll see if that's available. Again, it's just got this pattern in it. Looks so cool. Anyway, don't even know if that's on purpose, but that's an option for people if you're looking for a way to balance your unit, get a little bit better setup. I'd highly recommend checking one of these out. They're very inexpensive relative to some alternatives, and I think it can make your simulator experience overall better. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Tony watches the channel, so I'm sure he'll be glad to answer and help you out with anything you might need. So comment down below and let him know, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.